Hello, welcome back to another video from Danger Close Fishing and HVAC. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to tie a surf casting sharp rig. You're not going to need many materials for this rig, so you're going to need your hook. This is a 9/0 Mustad Demon Perfect Circle. This is what I have on hand. You can use a larger hook. Just make sure it's an inline circle hook. You're going to need 3 2.2 millimeter crimps, double barrel, double sleeve. You're going to need a sinker slide or a snap swivel, a heavier snap swivel. And then you're going to need a barrel swivel. Now, this rig is fairly easy to tie, but you're going to need about 4 or 5 feet of 500-pound mono. Make sure these crimps are gonna fit 2.2 millimeter. All right, let's get started. So first, what we need to do is with the mono, make sure it cuts at an angle so that you can go through. Make sure it slides in a little easy. Slide it up a decent amount, because we're going to twist this. Now what we're going to do is thread our crimp or our hook on, and now what we're going to do is do something called a Flemish eye. This is a pretty easy thing. So you go through once, just like this, and you go through twice. Okay, you see how we have that little eye. Now you wrap once, twice. Just like that. Now, if you did everything correctly, this should cinch up to a little eye, just like that. Now we take our crimp here and slide that other end in. You want that little knot there. Now we take our crimp tool, make sure it has the 2.2 millimeter size, slide it in. Now you want this about in the middle. See, just equal numbers of sleeve on either side of the crimping tool. Now we squish. Nice, slow, even pressure. You should end up with something like that. Now the cool part, we take another crimp or a crimp sleeve, cut it at an angle, and then we slide our crimp sleeve on just like that. Now the part that I was saying, we now take our mono and we twist it. This adds a little bit of bite resistance to our leader. So something about like that. Don't worry, it won't unravel. Now we take our other crimp sleeve that we slid on, just like that. So then we have our little bite section. If you want, you can have a little tag end, just like that. Take your crimp tool, slide it in. Again, 2 even sides on that. Nice, slow, even pressure as you squeeze. And that's what your crimp should look like. Now, for this end, we slide on our sinker slide, or whatever you want your weight to clip onto. So that slides down. Then we slide on another crimp sleeve, just like that. Then we take our barrel swivel. This can be ball bearing or just a standard crane swivel. You can make the leader longer or shorter if you like. I'm actually going to make this a little shorter. Snip off a few inches. So now we take our crimp sleeve, and we're going to do another Flemish eye. So 1, 2. Now that'll cinch up. Just like that. That is your basic Flemish eye. We take our other crimp sleeve, another 2.2mm sleeve, slide it on. Then we make sure that's all snug and secure. Just like that. Sorry, I'm losing things. Then we crimp just like we did the other 2 crimps. Just like that. Sometimes it'll end up like that. But that's your crimp. Because we have a little bit of tag end, we must snip that off. You want to leave a little bit of tag end, but that is your basic rig. You're finished. It's not that hard to tie. And this rig, you can tie it with larger hooks. This is just what I have. But you can catch sharks up to about 6-7 feet on this rig. It's a very simple rig to tie, and it works. Thank you for watching. All right, catch you in the next one.